change, human health, and of technology. On Girls College. Before we begin, I would like to invite our esteemed guests and dignitaries to the dance. Please welcome Dr. Hina Sinha, Principal, Berhampore Girls College, Dr. Dr. Sharati Guho, IPSC Coordinator, Berhampore Girls College, Dr. Dinesh Kanda, Associate Professor, BKC College, Kolkata, and Dr. Ankush Pal, Department. Please welcome to the dance. Please, Dr. Shondeep Halda, Srimati Shorita Mondol, to felicitate the guests. Students will help the teacher in Dr. Godiya, so, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, students. Now I request our principal madam, Dr. Hina Sinha, to address the hall.
আজকে বহরম গার্লস কলেজে উদ্ভিদবিদ্যা বিভাগ আয়োজিত এই আন্তর্জাতিক যে আলোচনা শিবির, সেই শিবিরে আমরা খুব সৌভাগ্যবান যে আমাদের অঙ্কুশবাবুর ছাত্রবৎ, মানে তিনিও আমারও ছাত্রবৎ, ডক্টর অয়ন চ্যাটার্জি, তাকে আমরা আমাদের মধ্যে পেয়েছি। তিনি বর্তমানে কর্মরত নরওয়েতে। যে বিশাল গবেষণার ক্ষেত্র, সেই ক্ষেত্রটি সম্প্রসারিত করার লক্ষ্যে আবেদনে সাড়া দিতে নিয়ে এসেছেন। আমরা খুবই কৃতজ্ঞ এরকম একজন মানুষকে আমাদের মধ্যে পেয়েছি। আমি গার্লস কলেজের পক্ষ থেকে তাদের আন্তরিকভাবে এই অনুষ্ঠানে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি, কৃতজ্ঞতা জানাচ্ছি, সঙ্গে অনেক অভিনন্দন এবং আন্তরিক শুভেচ্ছা। আমাদের দেশের ছেলে দেশের মাটিতে গিয়ে এভাবে সাফল্যের সঙ্গে কাজ করছেন, তার সেই সাফল্যের মাথা বৃদ্ধি পাক এই শুভকামনা জানাচ্ছি। আমাদের মধ্যে রয়েছেন, আমি এটাই বলি, ওনার কথাটা অয়নবাবুর কথাটা শেষ করি, যে প্রথমে বলি উনি আমাদের অতিথি, প্রধান অতিথি, তারপরের কথাটাতেই আমি বলি যে মাটিতে যখন উনি পা দিয়েছিলেন, আজকে প্রথম অতিথি, তারপরে ওনাকে আমাদের বহরমপুর গার্লস কলেজ পরিবারের অন্তর্ভুক্ত সদস্য করে দিলাম। কাজেই আমাদের গার্লস কলেজ পরিবারের একজন সদস্য হয়ে গেলেন। আমাদের শুভাশুভের দায় তার উপরে আমরা দিলাম। রয়েছেন আমাদের খুবই পরিচিত, দীর্ঘদিন আমাদের কলেজে এসে পরীক্ষা নিয়েছেন, বিভিন্ন অনুষ্ঠানে যোগদান করেছেন, আজও আমাদের কলেজকে তিনি তার কর্মপরিধির অন্তর্ভুক্ত করে রেখেছেন। ডক্টর দীনেশ হালদার, উদ্ভিদ বিদ্যা বিভাগের প্রাক্তন ছাত্রীরা বলতে পারবে, তার সরাসরি ছাত্র উপস্থিত রয়েছে, যে তিনি কিভাবে উদ্ভিদ বিদ্যা বিষয়টিকে রপ্ত করেছেন এবং সেটিকে আজও পর্যন্ত বাস্তবে বিভিন্ন পরীক্ষা নিরীক্ষার মাধ্যমে মানুষের কাছে তুলে ধরেন। আমাদের সঙ্গে আজকে তিনি এসেছেন। আজকে মাশরুম বিষয়ে একটু এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাওয়ার জন্য অনেকদিন ধরে অঙ্কুশ বাবুর সঙ্গে আলোচনা করছিলাম, তো আজকে সেটা বাস্তবায়িত হবে। উনি সেটা উদ্বোধন করে দেখাবেন, আমাদের হাতে কলমে দেখিয়ে দিয়ে যাবেন। পরবর্তীতে আমাদের কলেজ সেই মাশরুমের চাষ করবে, মাশরুম সংক্রান্ত সমস্ত বিষয় বিশদে জানবে। তাকেও আমি আজকে এই অনুষ্ঠানে আন্তরিকভাবে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। রয়েছেন আমাদের আইপিএসসি কোঅর্ডিনেটর ডক্টর পার্থসারথী গুহ, এই কদিন ধরে অক্লান্ত পরিশ্রম করে তার গলাতেই গেছে আজকে ধরে। যাই হোক, তার শ্রম করার ক্ষমতা ঈশ্বর আরো বাড়িয়ে দিন। কলেজের জন্য, কলেজের বাইরের জন্য তিনি যে অক্লান্ত পরিশ্রম করছেন তা যেন সফল হোক, সার্থক হোক, এই আন্তরিক রয়েছেন উদ্ভিদ বিদ্যা বিভাগের বরিষ্ঠ অধ্যাপক এবং উদ্ভিদ বিদ্যা বিভাগের বিভাগীয় প্রধান বরিষ্ঠ অধ্যাপক ডক্টর অঙ্কুশ পাল এবং বিভাগীয় প্রধান ডক্টর সন্দীপ হালদার। এদের সকলকে এই অনুষ্ঠানে আমি স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি এবং তাদের আগ্রহ করে আজকে যেটা বাস্তবায়িত হয়েছে রয়েছেন উদ্ভিদ বিদ্যা বিভাগের এবং বাইরের অন্য বিভাগের অধ্যাপক, তাদেরকে আমি অনুষ্ঠানে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। আমাদের শিক্ষাকর্মী, সাপোর্ট স্টাফ, সকলকে এই অনুষ্ঠানে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি আমার প্রাণের প্রিয় ছাত্রী আজকে যে বিষয়ের উপর বক্তব্য সেটা হলো আমাদের যে পরিবেশের দূষণ ছড়াচ্ছে। হ্যাঁ, আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি আমাদের সেই যন্ত্রে উঠে কতটা দূষণ উঠলো। হ্যাঁ, এবং আমরা ভুক্তভোগী প্রতিনিয়ত। আমাদের তাপমাত্রা বেড়ে যাচ্ছে, আমাদের গরম বেশি হচ্ছে, আমাদের ঠান্ডা বেশি হচ্ছে, হ্যাঁ, নয়েজ পলিউশন হচ্ছে, বিভিন্ন রকমের পলিউশন, সে শব্দ দূষণ থেকে হ্যাঁ আরো অনেক রকমের দূষণ। সেই সমস্ত দূষণ কিভাবে ছড়াচ্ছে, দূষণ প্রতিরোধে আমাদের কি ব্যবস্থা নেওয়া উচিত এবং আমাদের টেকনোলজিকে ব্যবহার করে আমরা কি করে এক দূষণ মুক্ত পৃথিবী গড়ে তুলব, তার লক্ষ্যে সেই দিকই দর্শন করাবেন আমাদের বক্তা। কাজেই আমি এ বিষয়ে খুব বেশি জানি না, তবে দূষণ যে ছড়াচ্ছে তার যে ফল ভোগ করছি তো আমরা ভুক্তভোগী। তোমরাও সকলে জানো যে কিভাবে আমরা এই দিল্লি দিকে দেখবে দূষণের মাত্রা অনেক বেশি। কেন এগুলো হচ্ছে? তারপরে আজকে যে ক্লাইমেট চেঞ্জ হয়ে যাচ্ছে, হ্যাঁ, তাড়াতাড়ি গরম পড়ে যাচ্ছে, শীতের সময় শীত আবার কোনো কোনো জায়গায় খুব বেশি পড়ছে, যে সময় শীত থাকার কথা সেই সময় আবার শীত থাকছে না। এই যে বিভিন্ন ক্লাইমেট চেঞ্জ, এইগুলোর উপরেই তিনি বলবেন, নিয়ন্ত্রণের উপায়টি আমাদের বলবেন, আমাদের করণীয় কর্তব্যের কথা উনি বলবেন এবং টেকনোলজিকে ব্যবহার করে কিভাবে আমরা এখান থেকে মুক্তি পেতে পারি সেই দিকগুলোই দেখিয়ে দেবেন বক্তব্যে। আমি আর কথা বাড়াবো না, আমি খুব দ্রুত এই অনুষ্ঠানের উদ্বোধন ঘোষণা করছি এবং অনুষ্ঠানের সাফল্য কামনা করছি।
Dr. Partha Sharati Guru, IQAC coordinator of Berhampore Girls College, to give his inaugural speech.
First of all, we duly apologize Dr. Chatterjee for having started late, and also to Dr. Haldar. We had two back-to-back programs, and those programs are focused on sustaining environmental ethics in our campus as well as in the greater community to which we address through this college. Therefore, on behalf of the IQAC Berhampore Girls College, I I extend a heartfelt welcome to Dr. Chatterjee and to Dr. Haldar. I hope that the experiential learning through which we are going throughout the day, it is, it will see an outcome at the end of the day, and we will continue this project work as well as this workshop in which we have all gathered. This will continue through future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time to hear from our resource person, Dr. Oyun Chatterjee. Dr. Chatterjee is a renowned scientist at Milu Digital, Norway, and adjunct associate professor at Christiania University College, Oslo. Dr. Chatterjee has more than 45 internationally reputed publications with high impact factors. He is an active interdisciplinary researcher bridging the fields of data science, data digital health, data mining, environmental monitoring, resiliency, human-centered artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. We are really grateful to have him here in person. So, climate change and pollution, emerging threats to human health and of
Good afternoon, everyone. Before starting, I would like to give thanks to Principal Madam, uh, First, the Principal, and Engineer Kalak and the total boarding team or boarding department, and you all. There is a without your presence, it will not be successful.
The topic for today is climate change and pollution emerging threats to human health and the role of it's actually you have already learned to comply actually. So I'm not very the nature guys. Some of the something will be uh, I have some background that is critical there. So I'm going to really yes, I'm going to give a proper description of the whole site and all those things. You can just read it. That is, I did my bachelor from University of Technology, and then did master from that university, and then went to for the PhD in information communication technology with a focus on people. That is the complicated. Currently, I am doing some research, digital health, environment, and biological mining, and all these things, focusing on the data science. But that is not the main focus of today. There we will be focusing more on the what is the climate change and how that is will be. Yeah. Yeah, some of my research about somehow you can see some good scholar if you're interested for some research saying that for me, which is similarly and it. So it is a nice way to collaborate with each other and to know some tools and to know from me itself because there are something learning somehow we all learn over time together. But to think okay, why we are discussing about the motivation, some key statistics. I actually we are looking at this topic and what happens. Then what is the climate change? Historical perspective. Then it is coming to what is the pollution and what is the monitoring and measurement things and how technology that's important for mitigating those risks and how we can do it. And then it is coming to the conclusion. So the roadmap I have told, starting with the climate change, that is the pollution, and what is the health impact. Something we to learning today that is also something to how health and digital things and pollution that can be put together, focusing some health impact. There is the exposure that is our lab that is working on it. So we will be learning technology stack that is the expertise particularly. And in the future, ethics, people, policy discussion, and things. I will be discussing a little bit sustainability of the society. Because everything that the research that we do or whatever it is happening that are linked to society. And it's without if it is not related to the society or something ethics or sustainability, then the research is not. Then in the collaborative steps, how we can collaborate and why and where something for that we can discuss a little bit. Well, in the presentation, we somehow we have about this condition. It is just like knowing each other. What are the knowledge that I know or that I have done or by research and by reading. I'm just reading in my in those that are when you have any questions, you can just come back to me. It's a nice way to know each other and nice way of learning and growing. It is not by the aid of this data. We having some ideas on what are the principal climate changes, climate issues, and what are the different types of pollutants that's related to about the climate change and those things, and how they are connected to the NCDs. Having an idea what is the NCD? No? That is, it is called something non-communicable disease or lifestyle disease that is going today. Alarming this our lifestyle, with the changing lifestyle. It is a diabetes. It is growing rapidly. Or somehow the cardiovascular disease that's growing rapidly. Or somehow infertility. And different types of diseases that's going to happen somehow we can say skin cancer. Other things they are not answered by the virus of bacteria, but that's a need to our daily lifestyle or daily cycle. So these are quite important, and our pollution and climate change, they are quite related and all those things. Then we come into common exposure, that means a person is somehow from day one to day end, how different lifestyle, different pollution, different climate change, how those things are related to their health. Uh, that's something to the model because collecting different types of data and ability to very critical. So, but it is very important thing to represent in a computer. That means we collect lots of data, but how that can be modeled together. Terms of computer science. Student is one type of model that can be trained to deliver. And then come out with the negative, something ground station, you of sensor, wearable, monitoring, satellites, different things there for the climate change and something pollution monitoring, greenhouse effect, and of course nowadays they are being monitored for the something fungal dispersion and bacterial dispersion and related different things. It's a ecological means. And then somehow you can say we have different type of technologies. Now we are in the AI, the artificial intelligence. Somehow we do a lot of computation in something very small amount of time. And but for that using lots of data, we do the task of AI. And then another thing is something bioinformatics. That means we have the biological data, how to process that and everything, like the gene sequencing general sequencing data or similar protein sequencing, other type of protein sequences. For that, structure memory and all those things, we provide them. That is quite important. And other thing somehow different types of unique data sets that we still we have lots of biological data. What there it is called different type of name that is called a mixed data. Mixed data set that is called something it's biodata or something and for mining is somehow finding a new knowledge on that. Because a data set, what to data and what is the information you are going to get. Data, you can say somehow raw material and something information that is a constant thing. Somehow, if I say somehow pipe, okay, it is giving something abstract title. If I say somehow, but if I say something 5 years old or something, if I keep the temperature, it is giving a public information. So somehow from the data, it is somehow scattered again, but we need to find out the information about the data. The which is called the algorithm. Because one thing like the mining will get some information. And by the mining, somehow finding some hidden pattern inside somehow getting some fungal or bacterial DNA or RNA sequences and you can find some new pattern with classification things the top of the biochemical. I am going to give you here and just showing you something how you can do this. How the logic that we can develop for environmental something how individual, physical, and something different. It can be very useful out of that is the learning objective for the day. Now, here's some statistics. Why we are here and why I am giving you some information on the managed. That is a real. See, Of their pollution, that is caused an estimated 8.1 million global deaths in 2021. And that is not this, but the graph is previously able. It is somehow, and you know, every year, since I was in childhood days, I remember something in the summer holiday, we take it outside. There are lots of friends, they take it outside, and there is a temperature to somehow 25 to 30 degrees temperature. And nowadays, we can see it is important for this. No one is going outside, and some of our summer vacation is getting increased. Everyone talking there. So it is something, a practical example of heat related modeling and we kind of lots of heat so all those things. There is how things increase by 23% since 2020. And it's a statistics. Tell you doing moderate rates and all those things that's increasing dependent. It's not going down. Another thing is how pollution and non-communicable diseases that as per the WHO or the World Health Organization is for somehow air pollution is how fit to the second leading global risk factor for the model. You can see Delhi or somehow all over India also somehow it is what is the something equal index or index and those things you can find out where it is maybe most of the time we find out it is invisible or invisible. So what the effect happening whether it is infecting your pulmonary something your lungs that is causing something pulmonary. There is a type of communicable. And of course, the lots of pollution is not only the air, but if you are looking for weight and you find out somehow outside apartments, you are found like it are very close to it, and disrupting your night sleep. So somehow what's happening in the solution. So there are different types of pollution that are impacting your biological health. That is also the mobile cycle. These people, they are working in somehow in hospital or something in a contaminated room. There is different types of pollution. Somehow different things for different professions, for something white collar job, or something who's working in the field, or those are working in limited problem. Everyone is having exposed to different types of environment, and different types of pollutants are there, and they are somehow different types of infections. It's something from lifestyle diseases are doing here also. And lots of results are mostly the COPD, death of the diabetes, or the already stable. Those things. Right. Accident, we are there because as per the blue light it is good, the ignition is better than two. So somehow you can prevent something. If you can do something, do not activity is off movement, something there are lots of decision by the off movement for these lots of decisions are taken, but whatever is in our hands, whatever what we can do, that is in that we can get some mitigation plan that we can follow. That's it. What's the difference between the climate and the human? Will you think that? Yeah.
long-term procedures যেটা হলো আর weather is a short-term or environment changing.
Thank you. Yeah. So that is a what's good something with it somehow short term and it can be somehow the long term. And climate change difference to somehow if in somehow temperature and like good the heat waves something lots of temperature is going day by day. Because we never found something Calcutta will be reaching somehow with 40 degrees, but then it's in somehow for 550 and but there are some reasons. Okay, somehow it is interesting. And conditions are something because large rock everything because these are related to some of the activity, some of the human activities because of somehow usually somehow you can say lots of polymer trees because they absorb carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. Lots of trees. So lots of apartments, lots of other things, let's say business activities, lots of farming things. It's changing day by day. It's been undertaken. Somehow lots of uses, but there is a successful farming. So there are lots of things that are happening, and mostly these are linked to something humanity. And there are different things also, not everything is or something human activity related. Some of the things are something volcanic activity, something volcanic productions, something solar disturbances, that's something natural. But I think every time the art is already, it is shifting something. You can see how this changes, there's a changing a lot on our mission changes. And another that is a mandate something is the regulation, something apartment of apartments, something home industry, and other type of industry, heavy industry, all those things. Uh, that's the revolution and like concentration of greenhouse gases. That's the lots of devices that we are using, something that they are somehow polluting lots of people. So and the greenhouse gas is somehow contaminated responsibility part because there's some sun, light comes, and then we all in the art surface, and then it gets that. But if it is somehow those things will get carbon dioxide, or even types of having oxides, things they have a ability to contaminate those solutions. And that's why it is, it is even the greenhouse. It happens. You can't deny those things. And drivers, you can say somehow for what reason they are happening. Something you can say somehow possible conversion. So we are dependent on the large road thing. Whenever this time into India, there's found lots of something thought or potential that the movie is something benefits. But let's think about this just an analogy. Most big energy or something EV, with electric vehicles, they need some recharge. Okay. But for those recharges things, you need to what we're using some electricity. Okay. But those electricity from where you're producing, possible. Because in India, we are not producing too much renewable energy. What are the renewable energies? Something solar, or something tidal, or something water, somehow, or something based for those things. They are the renewable energy. We are not focusing on the renewable energies we are doing for really to keep our environment safe, but in the background, they are using something fossil. So are we doing the right thing? I don't. It is something wrong with it. If you see how to go somehow in the European countries and all these things, if I say something models, it is more than its own oil, but it doesn't use its oil. It generally exports all its oil and natural gases. But instead, it produces somehow its energy from renewable sources. And renewable sources that is somehow wind, that can be wind turbine or something. Then it is trying to get something emission rate. That's why it is having an equivalent date of so it is very clean. And so the government and something must have some policy somehow where we are getting this something conceptual, something can produce a lot of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and other pollutants. Another thing is somehow deforestation and land use changes because we see lots of investigation in human value is increasing in not particularly in India, and it is a lot of change in the book, but prior to these stages, we need to stages as well. You can see somehow also using the somehow Amazon forest, something we part of the forest is something cut down just for habitat for the information. So that in that way we are just cutting down huge source of oxygen. Just if we building something from the so something deforestation and land exchanges and demographics. Sometimes we are capturing the fertile lands, taking something in fertile land for future use and increasing something fertile. Different things, government policy and policy, industrial profit and agriculture, earth management. This something urbanization and population effects. All the things here for the banking. This guy interact with the natural system and try to keep value with the family. Okay, somehow we have effects to keep for all these things and the greenhouse effect that is increasing the we are having lots of equal index and lots of temperature increasing. What is the effect of the climate change? How and how everything connects to the human system? Somehow it will be something I think the meeting for it obvious because we see we had sequences in of that something what was the common installation. Now this is in the back, we have something later, we have some but now only the getting to visit the unit for for few weeks, not in their time to go. We have to explain in the difference because the field only in the Calcutta or something areas of India and we find out something difference not the time. And then it is something that is polarized. It's not a picture, it's in the area. Also in the polar area. In the Atlantic glacier, polarized. That's why if it is something flexibility, naturally the sea level is and something machine or the precipitation pattern because this somehow different types of sea level rise or something the river exchange is bad so this is pattern is very good. The climate that is typically very high and lot of we can say agriculture and yes. How it is give an impact on society and food and water insecurity. Lots of food water insecurity segments. Day by day, the solution is really growing. Lots of problems happening in production of the water polluted. Especially some of the areas we can find out lots of people are consuming lots of water and lots of departments are that we established. And that's why we have this. It is being increased. Next day is very down day by day. So and then somehow we increase this like this and if I take that set up all of them. I feature from one of the articles that you can see whatever I have told is just skills. It is somehow I would say something impacting the conditions that is coming from nuclear sector or some other industry sector, other innovations, and there's lots of things that we don't industry. Something. Yeah. So, those things, that's the giving the outcome. So, from the research, do you have any impression or requirements? Actually, do you have any question? Okay, so that analogy is showing how climate change is giving an impact on the weather, natural disaster, and environment pollution, and social economic disaster, and how it is giving helpful because it is impacting a lot of this infection. There's something private model that's lobbying to something exceptional for that risk of inaction. Something this is the problem I have believed. If you don't do good things, so what is it? There is inaction. Action means if you don't do, you don't follow those things. So except whether you can do this back. Sometimes sensitive diseases and adaptation limits something you can see something in Africa, India, we don't focus much on climate change, then there is something else important. Let's see. Against it, or somehow change paper equality. So, being unique or something, it's a picture for ministers, that's the money that they will that something water quality impacts and recover. It is somehow we will have a proper if we want to supply. Um, and post migration because something you can see this is something European region also something there are lots of changes in the weather like due to lots of efficiency. Many people in Eastern Europe things and part you can handle those situation and they generally come to something more not 2 years. That are somehow taking it as a plan. Something that you can see and how to separate. Something good and other people. They usually try to create and they try to connect to the other beings. You have something post translation. Something completely different. We have no problem with the iron star find in the recent article. Like it is an important design and anxiety how it is somehow changing is the planet. Something how something uncertain about what will be a career path. That's because of the climate change. You will take something something capital will be safe in the coming 10 years environmentally or this is not only the planet but also the environment to work there. or something if you want to go something India will be safe, or something US will be safe, or something other regions will be safe. Something that is the term that is related to that is called the eco-anxiety. Something with the changing ecological pattern, environment, young people, mostly the young people, they don't know what career path, what type of lifestyle they should choose because it is having lots of problems in their daily life. It can be something that is a top, that is going to use, that is called immunobiology. That is called chronobiology. What is the chronobiology? It is each and every biological clock. Something they have their own sleep pattern and different things. But something some problem. Yes. So how that is called chronobiological pattern. How the chronobiology that the biological clock changes over time, and there are lots of different factors that are affecting something of lifestyle. Then we are something something that is giving a lot of mental health problem. That is called with over climate change, because of environmental changes, something how we are interacting, how our interacting is going to be changing. Those things are called eco anxiety or something that is quite popular problem nowadays. And we can say somehow earlier, people who are working for the normal outside working, they generally work at the 25, 30 degrees, 25 degrees temperature. But nowadays, having some 45 in summer, are they quite happy with working in that condition? Something it is giving a lot of changes in the environment. And something it is called something like it's not total of doing something white collar job, but also total working to the outside. There's not level for person level something what will be the career path here. It's quite obvious and nowadays it is taking place one. So suicide is treatable this and different ways, but lots of depression episodes that has been identified. And something related illness, death, cardiovascular failure is quite popular with the increasing with conditions. But in the summer, you can find a lot of this. There's certain things that the impact of the climate change. This and just making the path. I'm not very individual for the solution because you are planning what is the solution actually and solutions. And something categories of that. So, that solution. Second one something water pollution, light pollution, noise pollution, sound and radio pollution. What and anything something not to look at going on with light pollution because it is already there, but it's then it won't take away. Because somehow you can see that can figure to still side. If it is too bright, then somehow too much in the side. But if somehow different intensity or different brightness level, just keep the change. You can somehow make your sleeping better. Sometimes you can be exposed to some blue light. If you see too much mobile laptops, all these things, before going to sleep, you can find out something you are having some problem in sleep. Most of the time it happens. Something light pollution, you can just check what is actually light pollution. Because nowadays it has become quite popular. Even you know, air pollution because the environment activists are fighting. There are soil industries, where I think of something organic and every time our arm or something they process light sensitive light. We don't need somehow before going to sleep, we don't somehow need something type of music or some sort of frequency. For example, we have something if you don't like somehow allow lot of people think on what they using some of the things people see like and they're popular. Don't think it's quite popular, something light and noise. You can just read about I mean something grow some interest in the light and somehow noise related option. Yes, some of the algorithms that's no particular information that we don't know what the technology is that there is different types of infrastructure there. Some of them are something clear to qualify we can. It's necessarily considered part of the so different types of there are something that can be quite popular. Something particular methods within the part of the and different conversions many of the time you have something big in the weaker, they are something big ignited fast. So in the root right and find so they don't know they divide of environment, but they are doing somehow because there is people don't have too much awareness or too much awareness is not there in the society. So something it happens, but part of the different how to qualify or to take into the diameters, sometimes done, how do we take this for the considering dioxide of dioxide of authentication, something or oxide is all the greenhouse gases that are created for the water constraints, something heavy metals, something related to all those things. And there are different water pollutants, something we industry the industry they really with respect to something with water. There is a union river water. So that pesticides and chemicals, plastics, that's a quite problem. And plastic has been much of particles that are mixing with our water. Substitute. But it's somehow by 455, 6 times with the biological condition the Punjab or something food and direct services. And I have to take a video, but basically, it was 13 months. lots of detergent, lots of homes, but they're moving on to the very for magnet people, they're moving forever. When we are into them, they are or something nanoparticles, they are staying in the environment for a long time. These are the if you see different types of latest particles or something that's happening, it's more without it's complete magnetic. So these things you can check, you can find out what how they are impacting. I'm giving you one story, which is something that's being used for SAP, something new project. You know, the particular another or something like departments, they have very good somehow maintained and they bring to a new lives. Based on that, because they have the highest, biggest life cycle. So somehow check in a particular area whether there is some sort of what things for that we need to check somehow different kinds of particular life cycle, how they are doing, what kind of philosophies. If they are going somehow running race, something something pollutants uh, but if they are having some impact or something genetic implicated in things which are life cycle, so that means there is something some pollutants. So you can say something about pollutants, how changing their orientation and those things. We can find out how you can change seismic let's say an example that you can take, or even just find the soul. Uh, when there is a sample and then there is the problems you can very to technology. Those things are something extra, but after that, thing, and that can be very the income nation, the foreign that not causing lots of allergic problems. How the life so they can create some problems. How the case efficient from certain sources that can get some while for agriculture conversion vehicle is not down. This will be water. It can be most vehicle also the there something we are getting out something we can do. We can monitor the using some things to see that correlation how when of the things something great fire or something dust from or the emission. But happen something why we say is that for school days questions why the start of this having too much class so that is the reason behind the so basically cyber is a thing that we as an impact for solution and it has lot of connection. I have before the answer. Australia, the skin. That's my job. So we have enough easy exposure. So those things I am not going to discuss. How we can help them and all these things. And one type of one type of app, mobile app or thing is for instance, now what are they? Very cheap is nothing but how the if you are so something is used or something is there is some kind of thing to that. That is mostly coming to the constitution that how you can observe. That is somehow ground has information or simple mobile monitoring. Actually, to monitor different kinds of particles matter, different kinds of carbon dioxide levels or something. Monitors, we must have some stations, something with fixed stations or group of sensors to observe them. Suggestion, store them somewhere. Probably or something now because this sensor. Because if I consider somehow what is the air quality needed to give this mobile speeding based on that, we can create problems. But these are some things that like we cover a very large. So that is required more technology stack or in how information monitoring and program. And another thing is about monitoring by students are things. The technology stack. So sensor network essential model light and digital. I'm media. How to know how to that. The see how industry or something different type of system engineering characteristic or right gather data and something it's called data collection. All of things from there is very practical data. That is called it is some technology model where we try this is sensor based on the satellite and things we try to communicate and for some processing. So that can generate some information that is one is the data. So we are connecting per times. Based on this data, if we find some land, give you some error. Something that data that is if it's a thing not good in outside, you can review another, don't go outside or do something in between and the system or error generation system that you can get out of the object. So it is a part of the technology to make it help you guide you in your various. And the last thing, let's forward a little bit, something exclusive model or something very good, rather than explaining with research station, where is it going to come there? What do you think? And in that life flow of the human being, he can be exposed to different kinds of people. And then only he can be the external. And even in its environment, that is, it can be recycled. It's something other pathway and all those things. How we can combine all those data into a single page to find out something how those data are changing their then. It is about the exposure mode. Exposure inside a model where like two dimensions of a human being that are represented in terms of computer, something analytical model or something computation model, where we can relate different types of data. What are the different types of data? Data this, it is generic or different data in the body. Some is total data how the one thing is building their lifestyle and see how effective will happen and over time how it is going to work and how we can represent that into the computer model. It is part of something. So it is something quite nice model that we use in different areas in most of the economic research. In some of the peptide observation is only saying that we can check. I am not going to scale, but peptide is not some climate change and condition. But not only pollution, but also the people who all distortion that we are discussing. All about our research lab, just something is in the name something working institute we have seen. We will establish now it's nice and it can become a really nice information. You can say that you will be years for the what you are mostly happening and when you found that there are people who are the mind areas, finding out those data and find out what they are not having there and we can get out of that. And after somehow entering in some situation, this you can go to the site, you decide, you can find out lot of things and lot of the data, lot of the data, you can do. Yes, it is related to something air quality, climate change, and all that's going to happen. And we have lots of projects. We take some open that are being applied. We can from our European or some of the control world. Some people work with the we can apply various states, analyzing how the pollution level is working, how as like there's a big tap and can be tapped. And some of the objective data they went to divide the data and pattern something like what how it happens and how it is the argument that they did. Some things like the monitor, because anxiety is now method. Something in fact as a competence the background but trying to control these ways and where and like what is found out data. Some tricky order to satellite data. So are somehow data. There is not being too much or some of the packaging technology related and but there are something to have some discussion in the Angal Balloon and these. And there is something you can see something that is somehow if we collect lots of data from the site, it is how uh, how you can find out something how over time. Saying I am just giving one idea. That is one type of research that is related to or like to do something longitudinal research. What is a longitudinal research? Something if we see a pattern or something in the research in the demand for long term, for a very long term. they try to understand what is happening in that something 3 years, 4 years from how the environment, how the pollution and how the environment impact those things, because the benefits and practical good. And then I will find out uh, some models, try to find out some computation models out of that. So that is the most important thing. Um, Finding out something that's like we can come and back into how you can put into something and be quiet and how you measure some technology, those things. It's not the the thing is I think we come to answer one something with the art with the research. Why is this something written down? How is the same information level of everything? And you know, we just in the if you don't know, you go back to something you already. It's called important. The finance, families, it's important activities which are in the pattern here. Right, so, there itself. Can think of. But it is, you can see in the sun, the natural disaster, sun is going to lose. Between the sun, there is lots of things between the sun. Nowadays, seeing it is very often. Problem on the list. So, this was here. This it's something being we haven't really researched that. Generally, like the main area around and making solutions so that's the thing. And our movement somehow sustainable development to internationally related climate and environment. Thing, that's fine. And that's it's the thing.
Any questions? Anybody from that? Okay.
এটা আমাদের পার্টিকে আগে যদি কেউ কোনো আইডিয়া নিয়ে আসতে চায় বা প্রজেক্ট করতে চায় সেটা অবশ্যই কারণ কলেজ আপনি আস্তে আস্তে ওভার টাইম সেগুলো
Sharing about monitoring pollution and its effects on community, human health by the application of technology, artificial intelligence, environmentally. Thank you once again. And next is Dr. Pushpa. Small gift, a memento, and some gifts. Logo dewa. It's like a memory. Small. And now, sir, please come for the.
Good afternoon to everyone. Respected Principal Madam, respected Dr. Robin Chatterjee, distinguished speaker, Dr. Dinesh Haldar, Associate Professor, BKC College, Kolkata, IQSC Coordinator, colleagues, and dear students. On behalf of the Berhampore Girls College, I feel deeply honored to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Chatterjee for delivering such an enlightening and thought-provoking lecture today. Your expertise, clarity, and engaging presentation have not only broadened our understanding, but also inspired us to think critically and apply these insights in our own work. We are truly grateful for the time and effort you devoted to preparing and sharing your knowledge with us. Your lecture has been valuable contribution to our academic and professional growth. And we look forward to carrying these ideas you have shared. I would also like to thank all the participants for their active involvement and the organizing team for their dedication in making this session possible. I'm also thankful to Principal Madam for providing the platform. Once again, thank you to Dr. Chatterjee for gracing us with your presence and wisdom. We hope to have the privilege of learning from you again in the future. Thank you.